Mail. Mail.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode 339, my goodness, of Comic Book Queers. I am one of the hosts, Brett, and with me, as always, each and every week is... Who?
Evil Jeff.
Hi, Evil. How are you?
Hello. I'm great. I'm good.
Good.
Fantastic.
Yeah? Okay. So you dropped a bomb on me right before I hit record, which is you have to get up at 4 a.m.
Yeah, I'm going on my honeymoon to Maui.
Say that again?
I'm going to Maui for my honeymoon.
Oh, my God. What are you going to do other than...
We were going to do nothing, but then Joe kept being like, well, maybe I want to do this. Maybe.
No, not
So
the excursions. No.
We are going to go snorkeling. We're going to do a snorkeling and then just nice restaurants.
You, my friends, are going to get injured.
Really? Why?
I just know it. I know it. It's like that Brady Bunch with the Hawaiian totem thing. I just know.
You know what? But you know what? It's like if you're going to die in Hawaii. It's
Die
White Lotus.
on your honeymoon.
I'm going to White Lotus it.
No, I don't mean to black hat your honeymoon. That's incredible. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I had my birthday last week.
Ooh, how was that?
I had a White Lotus party for my birthday because it was my birthday. Yeah, on Sunday because my birthday was Monday, so we celebrated Sunday, and so everyone came over and we watched White Lotus.
Right. We'll talk about that finale for a little bit, just for a little bit, because it's not comic book related.
Sure.
And we really shouldn't. We shouldn't be talking about that.
We talk about Drag Race too. It's fine.
But Drag
we can
Race
do whatever
is
we
about,
want.
It's people getting dressed up in their uniform to amass, to channel their power. It's very superhero-y.
And it's gay.
It's alter egos. It's gay. It's spandex sometimes.
But this is White Lotus is gay. So
there we go. It's queer. So we're good. We can talk about any fucking thing we want. In fact, we've got a number of things that we've got feelings about.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, some hot topics. Because I was all like...
Yeah?
Yeah.
And he was all like, and she was all like, and then they were all like, and I was all like, what?
So, the first thing I want to talk about is video game related. It is Marvel Rivals, which do you partake in video gaming, Evil Jeff?
I do, but I don't like these ones. Like Marvel Rivals is like Overwatch.
It's just like
And
Overwatch.
I am too. I guess I shouldn't say old because we're the same age. But it's too complicated for me. There's too many buttons.
Yeah.
I'm like a Mario Kart person.
I don't disagree. As we all know, I'm a big Fortnite head. But even that, like, the gameplay is rather simple. The buttonry, if you will.
Yeah, with this and like Overwatch, you have to do different moves and you have to aim and you have to shoot and
also
I'm just really bad at it.
And
it's not fun.
I've dabbled in this game, and it feels like the controls aren't uniform. Like they aren't the same. Like the characters don't do the same things.
No.
They don't have the same combination. Like for the most part, they do, but there are variances that confuse me. So you really have to pick one character and master that character.
Storm.
I have been Mantis.
Oh, okay.
Because I do the soft gay boy thing of I'm going to join the team as a healer.
Oh, a healer. You're a healer.
This is who I was in team sports. Like I just went around going like, "You're doing so well. Don't pass the ball to me." Like so, it's pretty much that in this game. But they've got different characters. They've got Storm. You mentioned. They've got Magneto. They've got mutants that we like. Have you heard of any new ones?
I have.
Okay.
From you.
Okay, well, I don't think you've seen the season 2 trailer, though.
I have not. I just saw a post from you, so I know what's coming.
Okay, so you know what's coming. So right now, we are going to enjoy the Marvel Rivals Season 2 trailer, and I firmly believe that this will get you into games like Overwatch.
The thing is, I would want to play it. Every time I try, I'm just so bad at it.
You can't judge
get the hang of
yourself. You can't judge yourself in the beginning. You have to let yourself fail and learn.
All right.
Okay, well, here we go.
To all our new guests from across the timelines, I welcome you to the Hellfire Gala.
Oh, no.
What? Come on.
Welcome one and all
Come
to
on.
Krakoa. This living island may be a sovereign mutant nation, but tonight, our home is yours. Honored guests, I propose a toast to Krakoa. Here, there are no
Holy
rivals.
shit.
Man and mutant
will be exterminated. You all belong to history.
To me, my X-Men! This is a fight for our survival!
Was that Psylocke?
And try to stay alive just long enough to see my way.
Is that Ultron?
Age of Ultron begins.
Wow.
So,
Did you see Psylocke in there? Is she already a character?
She's already a character.
She's
Yeah.
already a character, right. Okay.
she's already a character in Fortnite and in Marvel Rivals. So,
Who are the new characters besides Emma?
I don't know quite yet. I believe I've heard rumblings of Jean Grey is coming as well.
Ooh.
I'm not really sure. I think Wolverine was obviously in the first season. So I'm not sure who the new characters are. I did try to play Cloak and Dagger for a while, too. I will add that. But, I mean, just the fact that this is set in Krakoa.
That sounds amazing. I love it.
It sounds amazing. And Emma is front and center. So Emma, first of all, I think we need to appreciate Emma's design in this game because she gave it Beyonce.
Yeah, she looks good. She
She's
looks
done
good.
thick. She looks good. She looks
I
good,
like
and
her little
love that
X
she's-
boots.
I love that they gave her the "To me, my X-Men" line.
Yeah. So
Okay.
like almost like she's the leader.
Okay, we're here for. We are here for the Emma Frost in video games.
I would love where like Storm and Jean and Cyclops are somehow preoccupied, and then Emma is the leader of the X-Men.
I would love
I
that
think
too.
that would be really cool.
Yeah, I mean, she pretty much was around the time of House of M. Like, remember there's that line where they wake her up,
Oh, she's like,
then-
I'm
yeah.
gonna kill him.
but
Yeah.
then Logan's there, and Logan is like, this is Emma Frost, leader of the X-Men. He's
Yeah,
so
that was, but it was
charismatic.
still her and Cyclops together were co-leaders.
That's true. That's true. It really
the
should
whole
just
Matt
be her as
Fraction
leader.
era.
Oh, Matt Fraction.
I remember we always would go Matt Fraction.
Matt Fraction. I am skipping ahead. So I don't know. Like, let's just button this. Like, do you think you're going to give it a shot? Do you think you'll try to play? Oh, sorry. Emma is a Vanguard, which is one of the different character types, like fighting types, kind of like their role. So the Vanguard, Magneto's another Vanguard. The Vanguard is like the tank, like the one that kind of goes out in front, leads the fray, has amazing firepower, and also has some sort of shield.
Yeah, there's always like the shooter, the tank, the healer.
Yeah.
Which
So
is I'm going to
she's-
talk about an anime that literally is based on like Overwatch rules.
Ooh, you're going to talk about an anime? I'm going to talk about an anime.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe we should skip over.
But
to
the
our
only
next
problem
segment.
is I want to get the Switch too, but tariffs might stop that because I really want to play Mario Kart World. So I don't know if I want to buy a whole new game if I'm going to be upgrading.
The tariffs won't happen.
Well, they did switch it around, but at this point, I don't know what the fuck. It's literally day by day insanity. So
Yeah.
who knows?
Exactly. All right. Well, maybe we should escape with some TV.
Yes, let's do it, please.
Okay.
What you watching? Is it me naked? No? Oh, fine.
All right. What you watching? There's a number of things we're watching that like we said, maybe some of them aren't comic book related, but they are pretty gay. And so we can't talk about TV without recognizing the cultural phenomenon that was White Lotus Season 3.
What'd you think?
I thought it was incredible. I
love it. It's not my favorite of the seasons, but a lot of people are trashing it. A lot of people are trashing it. And I think it's just people
don't pay attention. They can't do slow burns. They're on their phones when
I
they're watching
think people
TV.
forgot what the show was and are now expecting it to be something else.
Exactly, which is so odd. Like, what fogged the memory of everybody about what this show is? The show was never plot driven. The show was never action packed. This was always characters just being up in characters' business.
Exactly.
It's a soap opera. Anyway.
It's great. I think Carrie Coon's probably going to get an Emmy nomination for her speech.
That monologue was also divisive. A lot of people were like, oh, I see her as being bitter at the end. And I'm like, you know what? These takes that I'm seeing about this monologue, driving me mad.
Yeah, I think everybody needs to just appreciate for what it is. And I think the problem now with the show is because the first show is its own thing, but now it's this device where they're setting up like, oh, it's a whodunit. Who gets killed? Who gets killed? Who's the killer? And I think we need to just that's not the point of the show.
No.
So everyone needs to just let that go.
Absolutely.
But it's great.
It's great, and Carrie Coon, Patrick Schwarzenegger, to me, were the two MVPs, which is a crazy feat considering Parker Posey was on this show. But I think these two really delivered the emotional punch at the end.
Yeah, I think because he was the most surprising. Patrick Schwarzenegger's character was so douchey. The fact that he sort of humanized at the end was kind of unexpected.
And really lovely. And in fact, also lovely was Carrie Coon's monologue, which, going back to that, was to me about the beauty of friendship, the beauty of long-term friendship. We all thought of those people who we've known for so long that we keep checking in with, and and how real those people feel to us. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Anyway, well done, Mike White. Who's in the next one? Here we go. Where is it going to be set? Who's in it? Dreamcast. Who's your Dreamcast? All-Stars. We need All-Stars.
I've decided who I want to be the new Parker Posey in the next White Lotus.
Who?
And her name is Amy Sedaris.
Adams. Oh.
I'm fully serious.
Okay.
I think she could be amazing.
Yeah.
Give her a chance.
Can I pause here and say, speaking of amazing performances, I got to get rid of the White Lotus for a second. I saw Cabaret with Orville Peck.
With Orville Peck, was he good?
It was the best theater performance I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, really?
It was... You can't explain... he's so good. And you're seeing him for the first time, which is... we were up very close. They open the show in pitch... Well, they do this... There's all this pre-show shenanigans. It's like you're inside the club when you're seated. And they do, in pitch black, loud... a long drum roll to start the show. I mean, you are in pitch black listening to a drum roll for well over a minute. Because as soon as the lights come up, it's going to be a maskless Orville Peck as the MC of Cabaret. And the anticipation... was so palpable, and then boom, he's there, and he looks gorgeous and scary and devastating and wild, and he gives you this performance that you were like, this Orville Peck is but one piece of this man. This man is multi-talented. I could go on and on. I could do the whole show about Orville Peck in Cabaret. Amazing. All right, but I won't, because we have a lot of TV to get through, and our next bit of television, my friend, is Daredevil.
I actually did not watch the last episode, but I am caught up to that. So I saw how Muse did turn out to be the little kid, the kid that his girlfriend, he came to her book signing. And this is what caused him to kind of get back in the Daredevil costume and start saving lives again.
Yeah. Then this episode happens, this last episode 8. So all of that, it's like, it's okay. It felt a little clunky, honestly.
So is this the return of Bullseye? Is it back
This
to
is
Bullseye?
the return of Bullseye. And fun fact, I think I read this correctly, but I did read online that this is the first episode that was like when they scrapped everything halfway through and was like, what the fuck is this? And sort of recut and re-edited and rewrote and reshot. This is the first net new episode that came out of that. Like, none of this is salvage from what had happened before. This is after the no, we're going to do this instead. This is the instead. It is palpably better than the previous episodes.
Good.
Like, you watch this one, you're like, oh, okay, here we go.
Does it feel like a superhero show more?
Yes, like it feels like Daredevil versus Bullseye versus the Kingpin. Like, it is not this like police procedural, like slow detective. Like, it is these characters.
Does
colliding.
he escape?
So it is so fucking interesting. So Matt goes to, no, Bullseye is sent. So I'll just break it down. It's so good. Bullseye is suddenly sent to general population. He was in protective custody. And then all of a sudden, an order comes down to throw him in Gen Pop with the rest of the inmates, and they all want a piece. So Bullseye he's probably getting into fight after fight in Gen Pop, and it's implied that the Kingpin is the one who sent him there, just as a fuck you. He demands to see Matt Murdock. So Matt goes to see him. They have this kind of great back and forth dialogue scene. And then Matt is leaving, but he's so rageful and angry.
Can I bring something up?
Yeah.
So Bullseye and Kingpin know that Matt Murdock is Daredevil.
Yes.
Why do they not tell everybody?
I think they did. I think that's what season 3 was all about.
But it seems that most people don't know that he's Daredevil.
It's true. I think he
So why are they keeping it a secret?
I think he somehow proved to the public that he's not Daredevil. I forget. This was, I believe, season 3. So he's like, okay, you blah, blah, blah. They get into it. Matt Murdock comes in. This is why I wanted to show this picture that we're showing. Matt Murdock walks into the interrogation room after. It seems like it. Matt Murdock comes in. He pulls his hair and like is looking at him like this, like talking to him. And Bullseye is into it. I'm like, and I'm into it. And America's into it.
I know. I will say they had a couple showering scenes in the previous episodes.
Yes.
I'm like, thank you.
And also,
Thank
this
you very
Bullseye, he is one slice of man. This Bullseye, Wilson Benthal.
He's okay. He's a little too Aryan for me.
He's very much my type.
You know how I feel about those blonde hair, blue eyed guys.
You know how I feel about those blonde hair, blue eyed guys. Who we care? I'm not picky. I'll take any. So Matt bashes his head. He bashes Bullseye's face into the table and leaves. But then what we see later, it's so cool. What we see later is that loosened one of Bullseye's teeth, and he pries it out with his tongue and uses it to kill people and escape. All because Matt couldn't control his anger. He sort of enabled Bullseye's escape. So it's great. And I won't spoil what happens after that. A lot happens after that. But this episode is like, oh, this is what the show should. It's beautifully shot. They do a thing where when Bullseye is focused on something, everything goes blue. So it's like Bullseye kind of using his power to like home in on like the one little centimeter he wants to hit. It's very, very, very good.
Does he have powers?
No, I think he's just like...
Good.
I think he's just skilled. Very good. Yeah. I mean, does
Okay.
Matt... yeah. And like
Matt
another
has
thing is,
powers.
Matt is flipping all over the place more so than he ever did in that Netflix show. He's flipping, he's twirling, he's tumbling. He's doing flips. He's doing more flips.
Yes, Mama. I'll do
I love
those
it.
flips. He's duck walking. He's death dropping.
Duck walking, he's death dropping. And I am living. Okay.
All right, what else we got?
We promised everyone that we would talk about some anime. So I want to talk about some anime. But you discovered a show.
I did, because I'm watching My Hero Academia on Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll.
The biggest thing that everybody has been talking about is this new anime series called Solo Leveling.
Yes, mama.
And I was like, I'm going to watch it. It literally takes place in a world that, like, with Overwatch rules. So it's a world where these gates open and demons are inside. Okay. And it's like you can go into another world, into these dungeons, and there's demons. And so teams of 7, where you need like a tank, a healer, a shooter, like, you know what I mean? And they all have to go in and kind of kill the demons, and then they take the loot. And that's how they make money. And there's basically these guilds that form, that kind of hire all the people and form the teams and take over the gates, and they each guild gets different gates that form, and everything is about levels. So when you get your powers, you're anywhere from an E level, which is the bottom, D, C, B, A, and then S level is the very top.
Why
and
S?
And this takes place in Korea, and there are only like 7 S level people, and that's the most powerful. And the key here is once you get your whatever level you're at, that's it. You never can get any more powerful.
Oh.
So there's no like, I'm going to train really hard, or as I grow up, I'll get powerful. Your power just stays the same.
Oh.
And it's basically like an E-level person, and his mom's in a coma, his dad went missing, and he needs to raise money. And because he does have powers, they're called hunters. And the only thing he can do is really go on these teams, and he's the guy carrying the bags because he's so low.
Okay.
And they go into a gate that's like, even the gates were like only E, C, and D people can go in this gate because it's easy. They go into a gate. It turns out it's harder than they thought, and there's like an S-level villain. And he ends up sacrificing himself and dying because everyone starts getting killed. And it's very, very violent. Like, people are getting murdered.
Oh, my God.
And he sacrifices himself so that the rest of the survivors can escape. Because he's like, I'm just a stupid E-level.
Yeah.
You know, I'll sacrifice myself. But the whole time you see he's very smart. He's a good strategist?
No, I think strateger is correct.
Anyway, when it ends with him being like axed in half.
Oh.
And as soon as he's axed in half, it turns to black. And a screen pops up. And it says, would you like to restart? And he reaches out and presses yes. He wakes up. They found him by himself in the gate when they went to do a rescue team. He wasn't injured, and he was back to normal. And these things keep popping up that only he can see, where they're like, go and do your annual, you need to do your annual exercise. You need to go on a hunt to level up. And it turns out, for some reason, he's now like almost unlocked the actual game that they're in. So it almost like is an Overwatch game.
Oh,
but he's accessed the ability to play it. So he starts just going on all of these hunts, going into gates, and it's each episode he gets more and more and more. And he keeps going from E rank to D rank to C rank. And each time he gets more powerful, he gains more powers, and he can do all of these cool fucking things till he's the point where he's the new S rank. And he's like so fucking powerful. It's pretty fucking, it's
amazing.
It's pretty cool. I liked it.
Nice. I will definitely check
It's very
this out.
like Dungeons and Dragons meets
That's
Overwatch
exactly
meets X-Men
why.
meets My Hero
It
Academia.
feels very Dungeons and Dragons to me.
Yeah, I like it. It's good.
All right, so speaking of My Hero, did you know that My
I
Hero
did
Academia,
not.
My Hero Academia Vigilantes did premiere on Monday. Episode 1 dropped on Crunchyroll on Monday.
When does this take place? Does this take
This
place
is, my dear, a prequel.
coinciding or what?
This is a prequel. So this takes place before, I'm not sure how much before, not too before 1A enrolled. But
is All Might
so
a character?
It opens with these 3 characters. It opens with our main character, who's like the Deku of Vigilantes. His name is Koichi. And Koichi, see if this sounds familiar. He he might not live by himself, but it feels like it lives by himself in this city, trying to make ends meet. He's kind of a mess. And he's got a power where he does. Like, you can't see my full body. Long story short, this guy's very Peter Parker. It's a very Peter Parker.
What's his quirk?
His quirk? Slide and glide. When he makes contact with the ground using 3 parts of his body, he can move. He can just slide across the ground. It's portrayed as a lame power. So it's like when he's like, oh no, I'm late, I have to go home. He'll like put 2 feet on the ground and then put his fingers on the ground, and he just slowly slides down the sidewalk. It's so cute. It's definitely a quirk that will build and grow, and he'll discover its potential over time. So the whole notion is about, you know how in My Hero you have to have a license to fight crime. You have to have a license to use your powers. So this is all about the vigilantes, who are people who don't believe in the licensing but still want to be heroes. So these are the people who are kind of illegally superheroing. And the main one who ropes the other 2 into it is the guy you see on the right. His name is Knuckle Duster. He kind of nice guy, Koichi, is the one in the center. Pop Step is the girl on the left. Koichi sees Pop Step in trouble. He tries to save. He almost dies accordingly. Knuckle Duster comes out of nowhere, saves them both, and takes them under his wing to learn how to become vigilantes, to stop criminals without a stupid license. And at the very, very end, this is kind of a clue as to when it takes place in this universe. One of them is all of a sudden like wrapped up in some bandages, and it's a younger Mr. Aizawa, Eraser. Yeah. And then he's like the character reveal at the end before.
Okay, so but that's the thing this is the one thing that I didn't understand is like, when you think of is it One for All or All for One? I keep mixing up the 2.
One for All is the good. All for One is the bad.
So the One for All.
Think about it.
There's
Jeff,
been
let's
like
pause. Wait, it's
yeah.
All for one, all powers for me.
Oh, okay.
One for all,
for
I will stand up for everybody. Yeah.
So One for All, there's been 9
Users.
iterations of it.
Yeah.
But that's like, so how much time has passed to have 9 users? Has it been like 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 100 years?
You learn each of their stories. It varies. There are some who did it for like a second.
But does that mean does that mean All for One is like 100? Yeah. It's like 100 years ago or something?
Yeah, he's generations old. Yeah.
Okay, so but this takes place when All Might is still the main.
I believe All Might is still the one running around. He's like the number 1 hero during Vigilantes. I do think All Might.
All right, I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's kind of like a side story, side universe.
Although I'm not big on prequels. Prequels drive me fun. Although I did just watch Andor. I finally watched Andor.
Oh, how was that?
It's great.
I hear great things.
I really think you should watch it because the new season comes on in a few weeks.
I will.
And it's really not like other Star Wars shows. And you almost could probably watch it if you've never watched a Star Wars show ever before.
Ooh.
It's just like its own thing. But I didn't watch it for so long is because I've seen Rogue One. And you know what happens at the end of Rogue One?
Yes, I do. Because
everybody blows up.
Because they tell you in Star Wars what happens at the end of Rogue One.
Yeah, so I just I hate watching shows. It's the same thing why I never watched Never Call Saul, where you're like, I know what happens. But
it's Jedi,
I
right?
guess
her line is like a lot of people lost their lives to get us this information. I think that's from Jedi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I guess I'll check this out because prequels aren't going anywhere.
But here's the thing. It's like, it's not about the same shit. It takes place in the same universe, but it's not about...
At least it's other people. That's why I didn't mind House of Dragon, because it's like so not connected to any of the other stories.
What I would love is after we learn about Koichi, I doubt this will happen, but after we learn about Koichi, like, can he show up at a dramatic moment in season 8 of My Hero?
Well, but the comic has already been written.
I know, but I think this is a comic too.
Well, I'm hoping that they change it all. because as I said before,
you don't
I
like
know
it.
how it ends, and I hate it.
So let's have a quick My Hero Academia conversation. Where are you? You are in season 6 during the Great War, like the.
The Great War is about to happen. I just watched where you found out the teleporter guy is Eraserhead's school friend.
Is their old friend?
Is their old friend. So that's the last episode I saw. Yeah.
And Present Mike is yelling, "Oh my god!"
And then the Hawk.
sad.
What's his name? Not Hawkeye.
Hawks.
Hawks is like
Love.
like a triple agent, basically.
Triple agent. Isn't Hawks? Isn't the voice a little sexy?
Yeah.
So
it looks like the Great War is like they basically set up like there's hundreds
like,
of
it's
thousands
coming.
of the bad guys,
Yeah.
and it's all about to start.
Yeah. Oh,
All right,
boy.
so it's cool. It's fun.
Yeah, it's and boy
Powers.
does it. There are and here it comes. Pretty much every student is gonna have their moment of each one of them is gonna have a moment where I got emotional. Every single one of them. There is a reveal coming that I was on the fucking floor.
You talking about the romance? There's a romance thing.
No.
Oh, okay.
There's that. Do you also remember that because they bring it up, and I think they've brought it up a few times, but they kind of forget about it, and then all of a sudden it comes roaring back that there's a mole in the school.
Oh, I know who that is.
Oh.
Because there was I made the mistake.
I hate this.
But here's the thing. I made the mistake of being like, I don't understand their powers. Let me look it up. And then it immediately says the thing. So I won't say anything, but I know who it is.
That's why their powers make sense, because they weren't supposed to have them.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's very emotional when it's revealed, though. It's very emotional. And what you don't know is there's another... In the course of that reveal happening in an act of violence, there's another cute little reveal. It's a cute little reveal. I won't say what.
All right. Well, My Hero Academia, people, watch it. It's fun.
It's great. Okay. Oh, fuck. Speaking of bitches, let's talk about the Final Four in Drag Race Season 17.
2 weeks ago,
I can't believe this.
I flew to Tampa to visit my family.
Yes.
And you know whose hometown is in Tampa?
Miss Jewel Sparkle.
So you know who was on my flight. But I didn't get to, we weren't close to each other, so I didn't get to talk to her.
Oh, I'm so
She was on
sorry.
my flight.
Since I got to pause and share the story that I shared with you about my celebrity sighting, which was I was just having a little lunch and a lovely cup of tea at my local cafe in my neighborhood, and who should sit down next to me with a friend but Nightcrawler himself, Alan Cumming. We chatted briefly.
I know that you will go up to anyone. I just admire that so much.
I
about
have befriended so many celebrities here.
You went up to Colin Jost and Scarlett Johansson. Scarlett Johansson, who is notoriously don't fucking talk to me. I don't give pictures out.
Yeah. Because I had something to say. I had a personal connection. You have this confidence that I wish I had. I'm always like, I can't talk to them. I love it. You should take an improv class. Take an improv class.
Didn't you show him one of my texts?
Because I took a screenshot of his name on the back of the chair during the Doomsday reveals, and which we never talked about, and it was the last picture I had texted a friend, and so he was getting ready to leave, and I was like, I can't let you. I was like, hi. I was like, I'm Brett, and he's like, hi, Brett, and I was like, I can't let you leave without me showing you the last picture I texted to my friend in LA. And I showed him the Alan Cumming chair, and he was like, oh my God, that's so funny. And we started talking because we have a mutual friend in New York. Somebody used to work for him, and we started talking about them and yada, blah, 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 blah. And when I was like, and again, my name is Brett, he looked at me to memorize my face, to snapshot my face, and he went, Brett. And then I'm sure he forgot 3 seconds later.
Well, I have also met Alan Cumming in 2008.
Oh, God.
My best friend, Richardson, knows him.
Pre-Traders?
The 2008. So my best friend Richardson knows him. I forget how they met. But anyway, it was around the time, I think it was Cabaret, maybe, or something. But he was doing something with Cyndi Lauper. And so I was at some dance club in New York, and Richards is like, "Oh, Alan's coming, and he's bringing Cindy." And I'm like,
"Stop.
What?" And so they just showed up. I didn't really talk to them, but I danced in a circle with Cyndi Lauper and
oh my God.
And I was like, this is so crazy.
Oh my God. Crazy. All right, Drag Race.
Drag Race.
Jewel Sparkle.
I think, here's what my take, if it was me, it should have been, and this is, as someone who I've known since December, who the top four was.
You've known that Susie Toot was not going to be in the finale this whole
Yes, but I
time.
don't get to watch the episodes until a few weeks before. So I was like, oh wow, how is this all going to play out? I think it should have been a double sachet away. Because I don't think Sam is winner material.
Really?
No.
That's shocking.
I really feel, honestly, at this point, I feel Lexi is just a little too unhinged to be. So I'm kind of team, like Jewel Sparkle hasn't done as well in the competition, but she just has that winner personality for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, Jules and Anya are my tops.
Anya,
and Sam,
though,
I just don't want to win. What do you think?
Sam, I'm actually a big Sam fan, and I do think there is a world where she takes it. Anya, there just were two unforgivable looks that she turned in. Like I can overlook a bad. These were like, girl, what? So there's that. Lexi, she just never recovered. Like she never reclaimed what she captured in the first week.
Yeah.
She just kind of went nuts.
She did get another win.
But also some real, with Anya. Or with Susie, I mean, right?
No, with Anya.
With Anya. But she also turned in some kind of humdrum looks.
Lexi? I think Lexi, for the most part, had very great looks.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like everyone has hits and misses.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if we're going on that, same with Susie too. It had a ton of terrible looks and then some really great looks.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel you could say the same. And then Sam Starr, her worst drag, terrible.
Oh, the ugly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I mean, I am feeling Jewel Sparkle. But
I was saying, if you want to go consistently on runways, I think Jewel Sparkle's consistently probably had the best runways.
Yeah.
And she's also really funny, and she can dance, and she just has that personality. She does. I will say I really loved in the interview section where Latrice goes, "What are you going to do in 5 years?" And she was stuck. And that's when it was like, she just spent her whole life trying to get on Drag Race.
Yeah.
She never once thought what she would do afterwards.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of fucked her up. And I was like, oh, she needed that. That was cool. I liked that.
I did too. And I developed such a respect for her during the Arietti thing where she never once, I don't know how she had the willpower to not say to the judges, "This bitch stole my jokes," because that would have been the first words out of my mouth.
She always kind of took the high road.
She took the high road and then addressed it. The only time she addressed it, and we talked about this, was to her face.
And much like Plain Jane, not that she's like Plain Jane, she would be shady, but it was never in a way that was out of pocket.
Exactly.
Like Arietti.
Yes.
And then even Lexi and Anya, they get a little unhinged.
Yeah, yeah.
Where I think Jewel Sparkles keeps it together a bit more.
Do you know who wins?
No.
Okay.
I will.
Yeah.
I know other things. I know stuff.
You do?
But I'm not telling anybody. Joe's mad at me because I won't tell anything.
Really?
And Joe's like, I want to know who's in this. And
don't. No, he doesn't want to know. He doesn't want to know. He doesn't want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
But that's the job, you know. It's like I'm in CIA where I can't even tell my husband anything.
That's the job.
They'll fucking shoot me in the head.
God.
Rue will show up to my house with just like a gun with a silencer.
Oh. We need to talk about some X-Men.
Let's do it.
All right, then.
It's mutants with powers, Omega for hours. Bitch, let's read some X-Men.
Okay, X-Men. So we're going to talk about last week's books.
Yes.
And then we'll save this week's for next week because that makes a ton of sense. But I do want to tease you with what I read in some of this week's books. But let's take it back.
Did we ever talk about how X-Manhunt ended?
No, we never did.
Talk about that?
Let's talk about that right now. Right now, bitch.
So it's leading to a whole thing called Imperial.
Imperial, a new series.
A new series written by Hickman.
About
Xavier Lalandra and Xandra.
I'm in.
So thank you.
Was it worth it?
The lead up getting
What did it cost us?
Was the most pointless crossover event ever.
I don't
Cyclops's reasoning was all over the place.
This is my beef.
It just didn't. It wasn't reading.
This is my beef, and this is my beef with West Coast Avengers.
Okay.
I would be so much more interested if they didn't start fighting in these books these days. Like, there is
these are all things you could talk about. You don't have to start shooting each other with powers.
After Krakoa, there is no reason ever for the X-Men to hit each other.
Yeah. And it's all like, no, you need to stay in jail. And then it was like, he was like, but I didn't kill all... Xavier was like, I didn't kill all those people.
Right.
And then Cyclops was like, yeah, I know, but still, it looks good if you're in jail. And then I'm like, what?
It's really stretching for the why.
So to the point that you're trying to like kill everyone, where he's like, I'd rather let your daughter die than you save her.
Right. Like, what?
It just...
Okay. It's like drama for drama's sake. Like, none of it makes sense.
It doesn't make any sense. And
None
it
of
just
it makes
was all
sense.
just... It was like, just let them go into
Honestly,
space.
it would be
The
so
end.
cool if X-Manhunt was actually called something else, and it was about how the X-Men each facilitated his escape and facilitated him to get to his daughter. Give me that book. Like, this is what I mean. We're always finding reasons to get into fisticuffs, which I understand. They're comic books, Brett. Like, go read something else. But I would just prefer if they were like, can you just can we argue?
But it's also, you have to have the believable stakes and the believable reasonings, and they just don't have it.
Yeah. But
I
I'm
agree the
excited
same
about the
thing with
series.
West Coast Avengers. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But let's go on to, because I do want to get to West Coast Avengers too.
So this is X-Men 14, Jed McKay, Scott's Alaska team, and this is about finding that girl Piper who they sent home for not being a mutant.
And it turns out she ate in the womb her twin that is a mutant.
Don't you hate when you absorb your twin in the womb?
Cassandra Nova.
I know. Cassandra Nova was like, I like her. I don't know why, but I like her. So she absorbed her twin in the womb, but the twin was a mutant, right?
Yeah.
And the twin kind of stayed alive and is like, I need meat for body. Okay. Get it?
I'm still just like, it's a little yawnsy.
It's a little
It's a little
Youngstown.
snoozy.
Yeah, it's a little snoozevilles.
But it's
a
fine.
little bit.
It's not
but
bad.
It's fine. It's fine. I just, I just love the character of Scott Summers so much, which I know is controversial. I just like Cyclops, and I like reading Cyclops, and that makes me happy. Okay?
All right, let's move on. What else we got? I'm not reading Hellverine. I'm not reading Hellverine.
It's the best X-Men book on the shelves.
Shit. So it's what's his name again? Since I can't say the other name. Akihiro versus Mephisto.
Yeah. Because Mephisto's like, you're mine, baby. And Akihiro's like, no, I ain't. Snicked. So Akihiro is fighting Mephisto in hell. Mephisto fucks him up, like tortures him. It's bad. Psychologically, emotionally, physically, it's bad. But then he learned a trick. Helverine learned a trick from Doctor Strange.
Turned a trick?
He turned a trick. And he uses it to best Mephisto. And he's no longer under the thrall of the demon. He now controls the demon. So,
oh, cool.
So
nice.
He's now in control of his power and can...
Has he met his dad yet through any of this?
I don't think so.
Does Wolverine
I don't think
know
Logan
that he's
even
alive
knows he's
again?
alive. No.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's fun.
That's fun. Love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. It's just one thing I used to say about Benjamin Percy back when he was writing Wolverine and he was writing X-Force, like when he's left to his own devices and he can just write the issue he wants to write, this guy's a good writer. He's a very good writer. And that comes through in Helverine where he's given a little bit more license.
Because they don't care.
Because they don't care. He doesn't listen to editorial. You know, they're like, here, take this book. It's great.
They're like, oh, is this for Fag Wolverine? Do whatever you want. We don't give a shit.
It's Fag Wolverine. It's by Vereen.
By Vereen. That sounds like Ben Vereen. Oh my God. I want there to be all the Wolverines and Ben Vereen. Just in there. The Vereen book.
He's a multiverse Wolverine.
Yeah, he's dressed as like Phantom of the Opera.
All right, it's your dream come true. Here's West Coast Avengers.
Yeah, this was another one where it was like they start fighting, and it is something that it all could just be a talk.
And it was a talk, and then somebody comes flying out of nowhere, and you're like, wait, when did this become a fight?
I think it was the Avengers, I think, that started it.
It's weird.
And I get the non-trust of it, but I don't know.
The only cool thing I thought was when they were like, you don't even have a contingency in case Ultron goes nutso. And then he's I actually do. And it was this. And it was.
And then Ultron's like, what? You said there wasn't one. Oh my God. I can't believe
you lied to me. Ugh, get out of here. Yeah, it's very...
But the contingency was teleporting the Wasp into a gun.
Yeah.
To shoot Ultron.
I didn't hate it. I did not hate teleporting
That's
the Wasp into a gun and shooting the gun. I did not hate that.
Yeah. It's fine. But I will say, whose side are you on in this?
The same side I'm always on, my own. Oh, I'm on the side of the characters that the book is about.
I'm kind of on the Avengers side.
Oh, we can't keep showing.
Because Ultron is already split off into another version of himself that is kind of turning evil. So it's like, he's just so capable of turning evil. And the fact that he's like, I have a failsafe. And it's like, you think Ultron can't get around it? It does seem kind of stupid. So I am kind of on Vision. And I also say, Scarlet Witch is coming in so hot.
She always does.
She's like, Rah!
She always does.
Like,
she's like,
girl, take your meds.
with her measles bits. I'm like, girl, no one's talking about measles.
Anyway, but I still like it. It's very well written, so I like it.
Yeah, it's a fun book.
What else?
What
else we got?
It's soapy. We have Psylocke, which I love this book.
And this gave me the crossover I didn't even know that I needed.
This gave me the crossover. This gave me the team up I never knew I needed. Girl, how are you going to put Psylocke together with Deathdream, our new favorite?
And Rogue. So the next issue will be Rogue and Deathdream and Psylocke.
Oh my God.
Battling, because it looks like she's now literally being haunted by the former ghosts of the former Betsy Braddock inside. Like, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but she's literally haunted and she needs help getting rid of it.
She's literally haunted, and Magic is like, I know a guy who can help you with ghosts, and like, I did not see Deathdream coming. I was like, oh, Doctor Strange, here we go.
I love it.
I was so happy, and he was like written so Deathdreamy. It was just good, and he really does help her. In fact, he actually takes in the ghosts that are haunting her. He allows himself to be possessed, or he is possessed by them at the end.
And then Rogue comes in all like, "What are you doing,
all hot,
bitch?"
And she's like, "Punch, punch,
yeah.
punch, punch." But she's great.
Love it. This one's good
this
too.
is a good book we're dealing with. Thank you, Alyssa Wong. This is a great book.
Yes.
So I think that's it for last week's books. But next time we'll talk about Storm, and we'll talk about Uncanny because
our favorite artist is back.
Our favorite artist is back. David Marquez is back, and the focus is on who were we just talking about? Death Dream.
Yes.
And maybe it's about what called them into the woods in the first place, and maybe it's Death
Who's the
Dream
Endling?
centric.
Is any Endling stuff addressed?
No, but we're getting there, I'm sure.
Ooh.
It's cute. It's cute. It's more about the Haven House. Oh, it's good. It's good. I like it. It's good stuff. I like them all. Oh, and lesbians. More lesbian stuff.
Oh, is it Calico and
Jitter?
Mm-hmm. Are bumping uglies, scissoring,
They're scissoring.
eating rugs.
They are lesbians.
What's your favorite term for lesbian sex?
I would say Scissor Sisters.
Oh, okay.
What's yours?
I like rug munching.
Yeah. I like that.
Ever tell you about how I wanted to make a lesbian home decorating reality show called Rug Hunters? That'd be so funny. Anyway, there we go. And we did it.
We sure did. We did it all. We'll talk about Daredevil again next week. We'll talk about X-Men books again next week. I think we need to broaden our reach of comics. So, Evil Jeff, I challenge you next week. Come with a comic I don't expect.
Okay. And then I want you to watch a Solo Leveling. I want to see what you think.
I will. I would love to. And you should check out My Hero Vigilantes.
Vigilantes, yes.
Get through. So many things about My Hero. Oh.
I know. Don't go and read those wiki fan pages. They give it all away immediately.
Don't do it.
I just wanted to know the powers, and they told me the whole kit and caboodle in the first sentence.
I'm so
all right. Well, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm very dramatic because I'm gay, and I'm gay because I read comics.
Oh.
And I don't know if you're aware of this, Brett.
Nope.
But that's how it is for everybody. Because if you read comics, well, then that makes you queer.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, wait. I have to hit the thing.
Shazam.